Liftoff of the Cardano rocket, which is now heading to the moon before it will continue its exploration into unseen galaxies.
Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video I'm going to take a look at the Cardano chart and also the Bitcoin chart, and we start first of all with an analysis of Bitcoin. We take a look at an updated Elliott Wave scenario and where Bitcoin could be heading, and after that we take a look at Cardano. So I did sit down today, spent quite a lot of time to update the Elliott Wave count on the Bitcoin chart, just to give you a better update and a better view of what could be coming for Bitcoin. Because as soon as you get into all-time high territory, it's always a bit uncertain. Actually now we've already come below the previous all-time high, so we're going to take a look what could be coming. First of all, let's start with the Elliott Wave count, then I want to quickly take a look at the on-chain metrics as well, and then we take a look at Cardano. Now with Bitcoin, we have what we have done here. This orange was a wave 1 up here, then you came down in a wave 2, and within that wave 2 you could argue that we are now in a smaller wave 1, 2, and we could come up once more here into the range of 70k, which would then be a wave 3, within the larger orange wave 3, which is somewhere up here. So that is my current, the scenario I think is most likely. So that basically we are in this white wave 3 at the moment. That could peak somewhere around 70,000 based on Fibonacci extension levels, which I haven't put on the chart as well because it will get too confusing. But based on the ideal target levels for that Elliott Wave move here to the upside, that would be somewhere at around 69, 70,000. From here then, we could move down once more in a small correction in a wave 4, within that larger wave 3. I hope that is understandable. Within that wave 4, and we come down to a level of around 65k potentially, and we're actually not far away from that. So maybe that was already the peak and we come down, but I don't think it is that. This looks like a bull flag here for me where we are currently, and then we could come once more up to finish that wave 3, from which we could then drop once more above these previous highs here, so around 65k, from which then we would finalize a wave 5, maybe in the region of 72, 73k. That would also be completion of wave 3, after which we would then come down in a larger wave 4 and go up to wave 5. So this is Bitcoin at the moment. This is one scenario. I think there is also a sort of also a bullish scenario, which I would actually like more. That would assume that what I've got down here from that ABC correction, that C here would actually be an A, a larger A. We would come up here, this would be a wave B, and we would come down in a wave C, somewhere into my old target range, which I still have on the chart. I didn't take it out, somewhere around 55k, from which then we continue to move up. That's an alternative scenario. They are both bullish in my view. For me, this is the bull run, and it has been confirmed that this is the bull run in my view now. So we're making new all-time highs anyway. These are two bullish scenarios. I would like that more because it gives you the possibility, and me as well, to buy more generally of all cryptos, not only Bitcoin, cheaper, and that should be the goal. Yes, or this would be lovely as well, but it just means we're getting already into the region where people say it's getting too expensive to buy in now. So that cool down here would be great actually, and then once more to the upside. But anyway, I think that's where we're heading. A little bit more room to grow here there is on the Bitcoin chart before we then drop down once more to around 65k in a wave 4 correction and then up. If you don't know what Elliott Waves are, I will shortly launch a tutorial on my second channel about technical analysis, and you will find that in my in the video description. Basically, it means that there is a 5-wave structure. Wave 1 goes into the direction of the trend, in this case up. Wave 2 goes against the direction of the trend, down in this case. Wave 3 goes up into the direction of the trend, in this case up. Wave 4 goes down, and wave 5 goes up as well. Now that works the other way as well in a downtrend. you basically have waves 1, 3 and 5 to the downside, and waves 2 and 4 as basically corrections into or consolidations into the other direction. But that's pretty much what the Elliott Waves are leading me to. They have been incredibly accurate. I think these Elliott Wave counts and the fib levels that guide them, they have been the most my most accurate videos, especially considering Cardano. That has been incredibly accurate, and thanks all to Elliott. So we are now here on the Cardano chart. Cardano has not yet made it above the 0.382 Fibonacci level at 230. We were above it, but we couldn't really hold it. We're now just below it again, but Cardano has done something great. It has fulfilled also, it has been incredibly accurate based on the Elliott Wave counts. It has really moved into the target area, or at least touched it, then has not completed that corrective move down here, which indicated that we continue to go up, or reverse down here, which we did, and then we've moved above the 20-day and the 50-day moving average. It's a day of celebration. People said Cardano is dead, all the rubbish. You know, I took a look in my, you know, a lot of negative comments in the last few weeks, and people lost patience. I understand all that, but you know, it's what Cardano is doing, and I did say that a lot of times before. That correction here, and then a move up. That correction here, and then a move up. And now we are between, again, between the 0.5 fib level here, the 0.5 at 205, and the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level at 230. Now, this is where we have sort of been guided throughout this whole correction here in consolidation, and we dropped one fib level lower and bounced off the 0.618 at 181. Now we've climbed up one more fib level. Now we tried to break above the 0.382. Well, we haven't managed to do it, but I really think this is a really nice and bullish setup, potential reversal down here, and it looks really good, that chart. I really like that chart. It is looking really bullish. Now what we're doing now, last time here after we broke out, that was back in August, we also moved up a lot here above. That was back then. We moved up here above the 0.618 fib level at around 180 as well, then came back down and then had to climb up. So it's this breathing in and breathing out, you know. Everything in this world happens, you know, with energy, yeah, energy, and this is also energy. There are different forces fighting here, buyers and sellers, and everything that goes up needs to come down as well. But obviously this is, for me, currently just a normal retracement after we actually came up all the way to 235 today, I think. And was it actually, no, actually 238, really crazy. And all we are doing now is just retracing here. So if we just take a look at from when we started that move up, we bounced off here from the 0.382 fib level at 221 again. Is that really what we did? Yeah, we came down all the way briefly to 221, but that was all bought up very quickly again. And yeah, we are currently fighting with this 230 level. So we need to get above that to continue our way up. A really important level is then the 245. That is that previous high here, that major high that we had back here on the 25th of September. Need to get above that. I wouldn't be surprised if we can do that fairly quickly, to be honest, and then continue our way to the 0.214 fib level here at 265, and then continue our way up. And Cardano can move really quickly. It did move really quickly today. I mean, everybody was really happy when we started to move above the 50-day moving average, and now we are already at nearly 230. And what we're doing now is just a completely normal consolidation after a very strong move to the upside. If we take a look here, we were overbought, had to retrace. Yeah, this is basically on the hourly. On the 4-hour chart as well, we are still overbought, so I think we need to cool down a little bit more before we can continue our way up. And on the daily, I wouldn't be surprised if we're now, no, we're not overbought yet, and that, I think, sets us up for further moves towards 245 and then potentially even 265, because we are not yet overbought. And yeah, we have broken out of that 50 line on the RSI, which is really great. Now let's take a look on ADA BTC. ADA BTC also moving to new highs. You're making a higher high now. Currently sitting at this resistance here of 3435 before we then continue to move up as well. But again, here on the ADA BTC, very valuable, very important. It is continuing to move up here and broke through the 20-day moving average as well. Now things are happening, and that's really great. Now generally, you know, what do I expect for Cardano going forward? I mean, I did say it before that I think we should now, in my view, based on Elliott Wave counts, we are currently in a wave 3, in a major wave 3 to the upside. And I think I need to go to the other chart. There you go. In a major wave 3 to the upside, and that will be somewhere. My price target is at least 450, but that is very conservative. I think will more be in that range of $5, $5.50, maybe even up to $10. That could happen when people go crazy and start to FOMO in. I think a $10 Cardano, even in this current bull run, would be possible, even though I would rather keep it between $5 and $10. Now, so far I've always said at least 450. I think looking at, I took a look at the fib levels again and how extended we are. I think a $5, $5.50 is possible as well, and possibly even towards the $7 range. Overall, you know, I think the bull market itself generally will continue. It all depends on certain indicators as well, on-chain metrics, especially for Bitcoin, because, you know, we need to understand that Bitcoin is leading the market. And one important indicator I specifically take a look at is the Pi cycle indicator. I did mention it before in the member live stream. And let me just make that clear here and open that up a little bit. So here you can see these cycles, and we had this year obviously the wave 5 already back in April. That was May. We had a peak here, and the Pi cycle indicator, when that orange line crossed above the green line, which are two moving averages here, within 3 days it always predicted the cycle top, and that is definitely a indicator I will pay very, very close attention to. And when that then drops Bitcoin, then the altcoins like Cardano normally drop as well. So the question now is, you know, we've seen obviously that cycle top in April already, pretty much similar to the 2013 bull cycle, where we had a cycle top here and another cycle top in December. So could that happen again? Could we have such a cycle top again? Now, a few things are different, even though I believe we have another cycle top coming back, like very similar in 2013, but a few things have changed because it's not that volatile anymore as it was back then. We need to understand one important thing. This is basically the Pi cycle top indicator zoomed in. What we need to understand is that look at how far away these moving averages are from each other now. It was totally different in 2013 because it was much more volatile. So that's also why I'd like to have actually another small correction. That would definitely help, because the more quickly now the price goes up, the more close these moving averages move together, and the quicker we will have a crossover here, or them touching, which then will indicate a potential cycle top coming. But the slower the uptrend is, yeah, and the less steep the uptrend goes, the longer, the more time we potentially have until we reach that crossover, okay? So that is very, very important. And obviously, yeah, the faster we go up, if we, for example, have a rapid move now above 100K, I think that could be a cycle top. That could be where these meet or cross, and then we could drop down. But if we, for example, have another correction, then move slowly up to 100K, then we could even get to 150K potentially in the next few months. And it doesn't mean that the cycle top necessarily need to be December. I actually have reason to believe, because these moving averages are still quite far away from each other, and because the market is less volatile as it was in 2013, that yeah, it could really extend out that cycle. You know, it doesn't need to be that that cycle top happens in December. This is actually a very good indicator here, and yeah, this makes me believe that the cycle top could actually maybe be in February, March, April, or even yeah, May, June. You know, so that'd be great, obviously, for everybody, because it would indicate more prices go up low for a longer period, you know, before it then goes into a bear market. What people need to understand, I know a lot of new people who are new in the crypto market. Generally, the theory is that the crypto market moves in 4-year cycles. So after a bull market like this one here, you normally enter a bear market. At that time, you want to be out of the crypto market, or at least have sold the majority, yeah, before the cycle top is reached, or at the cycle top, which is very difficult to determine, but with a Pi cycle top indicator, it could work out. It was very accurate in the past, and but yeah, you want to be out of there, because then you can buy back cheaper in the bear market. So yeah, it's reason to celebrate. You know, Cardano has finally woken up. It's looking really good. Really love it. It's a really good mood and good vibe now in the Telegram group as well, and the Discord channel. Everybody's happy, and to be honest, We haven't moved above some of these key highs here, but look at how many green candles we have, and that really hasn't happened since down here, you know, when we really started to move up here in that uptrend. Since then, the majority of candles was red, but finally we are continuing to move up here, and I think we can continue that move up further. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, maybe you want to consider joining as a channel member. Then you get access to Discord and Telegram as well, and to the live chat and the weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.